Okay, so some truths that are probably going to come out real soon. I mean, down in the United States, everybody's watching, Trump put Elon Musk and his people on the trail, and they're finding all these corrupt spendings. And other people in the government are going into other departments, and they're finding other corruption and other things that the government and the media have been lying about for years. So here's one for you. We've got a lot of stuff going on in Canada, right? And the corruption here is worse. So they're finally willing to admit that COVID-19 came from a lab in Wuhan, China. Well, you know what? It came from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, and a lab run by the government here, where two people from China took things from that lab and took them to Wuhan. Yeah. So COVID-19 has nothing to do with the year. There's 27 COVIDs. I found this out in 2020 when we were first looking into this. Okay? So you buy a can of soup or a can of fish or a can of tomatoes, and it's got a coating on the inside. Well, in that coating is one of the COVIDs. And that's designed so that if something happens with that can, if salmonella breaks out or anything like that, that there's protection. Well, COVID-19 is actually for cattle. It's all the COVIDs are for the food and agricultural industry. They've been around since the 70s. Yeah, COVID-19 has nothing to do with the year 2019. Okay, it's the 19th one that they made out of the 27. And maybe they've made more since then, but they've changed the names of them. They don't call them the COVIDs anymore, which I'm going to get into in another video on a stream when I can prove all this. But just so you get it, COVID-19 is the cure. Remember, it was corona, and then everybody's like, no, that's a common cold. Yeah. So what do they always do? What does the enemy always do? They make you believe that what's good is bad and what's bad is good. So they needed to hide the fact that they had been testing COVID-19 in their lab and it had gone wrong and their plans were foiled. So they changed the name. And here we are.